Morning sunshines, loads of Pokemon Scarlet Violet news coming out of nowhere this week. Let's have a look at all the things. The Pokemon Company have been making a couple of issues, couple of mistakes alongside with Game Freak, of course, which they're going to have to rectify, alright? So this weekend, as you may very well know already, we have two raid events ongoing, or should be ongoing at least, and that is the rerun of the Chestnut 7-star and the new edition that runs alongside it for the two Paradox Dawn fans, okay? You're going to be able to get each one respectively in your respective games, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Of course, you cannot get the opposite unless you join other people's games via the online system. However, as happened in Pokemon Sword and Shield in the past, this raid event here comes with a glitched item that you're not supposed to be able to get your hands on, and it has the most predictable side effect, which we'll be able to see in this video from Anubis here. Upon catching the Great Tusk, he is awarded an item at the bottom, which you can see says none times 2. That is a glitched item, is not properly programmed in the game, but has been added to the raid, and what that does is it crashes your game. It crashes your game. So it's such a mess right now. There you go. You'll just see it happen here. This exact same situation happened in Sword and Shield, and I remember it. They added a non-programmed item into the raid rewards, which crash your games. And as you can see it happening here, the video isn't paused, it's still ongoing. It just flops your game because the item that you get as a reward is just not there. It does not exist in the game. So somehow they added it into the rewards. I don't know how they do that, or it's just they did it twice in a row, like in both games. It's just something you gotta experience in the new gen game each time, I guess. So, for this reason, all the raid events are actually postponed. They're all cancelled. So this weekend, you do not have access to these raids right now. They've been just ended. So, too bad, I guess. They're just going to have to go back and fix them somehow. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but you're just going to have to wait and see when these raid events come back. They're probably going to have to do a redo, similar to what they did with the Walking Wake and Iron Leaves, which was an issue there as well with the bad eggs. So it's back-to-back-to-back problems with this game. It's a disaster. So they just cannot seem to get simple things right, which they've been doing a lot already of. So these raid events should not be causing issues, but there you go. It just so happens that next week there is going to be a Pokemon Scarlet Violet update that has nothing to do with Pokemon Home. Of course, yesterday we got the big news. Pokemon Home is going to be updated to version 3.0.0 with the inclusion of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet compatibility. That's great. I do expect an update for Pokemon Scarlet Violet as well to coincide with that. However, we're getting a different update for Pokemon Scarlet Violet because of mad chaos from the qualifier tournaments in Korea and Japan. They were not able to see their rankings, and people en masse went asking for rematches and all this stuff. So Korea decided that they're just going to straight up do a whole redo event. I'm not entirely sure about what's happening with Japan, but Pokemon Scarlet Violet is going to be updated to rectify the issues, the multiple issues that came with it that happened in the qualifiers. It's just crazy. It's just crazy, even though this is like the peak of their whole esports genre there. And they couldn't even get, like, they just had issues there too, just big problems. Mind-blowing that these problems just keep coming one after another, and even simultaneously all in one go for this game, which is their mainline Gen 9 game. Is just unreal. So some of the issues that were there is the bug prevented players from viewing rankings, major one, quickly requesting rematches with the same opponents, and being able to exit out of the menu in battles. Just like basic things, you know, the things you would not expect the company to get correct on the first try. But, you know, after version 1.3.0, it's still there. You kind of have some questions that need to be asked here. Why is Game Freak having these issues with their main, biggest moneymaker game? And they're focusing on other games as well at the same time. You know, they are still making a different game that has nothing to do with Pokemon, that's not for the Pokemon Company. So, I mean, they're not a huge studio, I don't imagine. speechless. As for the Pokemon Home update, I kind of do expect there to be a different update regarding that, so Pokemon Scarlet Violet can actually be properly integrated into Pokemon Home compatibility. These are some of the Pokemon we'll be getting on the return straight away, so that's going to be really nice to do giveaways for all of these shiny. Can't wait, guys. Either way, the biggest news to take away from this video is that the raid events you were looking forward to this weekend are cancelled. You're going to have to wait and see what they do with a rerun for those. And if you are participating in competitives and trying to get in the qualifiers, you're just going to have to keep in mind issues are to be expected. They already did have a raft of issues they tried to fix in 1.3.0, which affected, I suppose, kind of cheating or shortcuts in the actual matches themselves. They failed to fix those, turns out, twice. So, you know, there you go. Pokemon Scarlet Violet in a nutshell. Have fun with that. Thanks for watching. As always, drop a sub if you're new to stay on top of the latest news, and I'll see you around in the next video. Till then, bye.